Over time, a lot of information has been generated, so with a single click, we can find the answer to any question that comes to mind. Although we find answers to the questions we are looking for, this does not mean that all the information found is true. There may be dozens, maybe even hundreds of wrong information in our minds, which we learn wrong without realizing it. That is why we present 10 wrong statements that we consider to be true. 1. The tongue and the taste zones. We know from an early age that there are 4 areas of taste: sweet, salty, sour, and bitter, and that there are as many portions on the tongue that detect these tastes. The answer to this statement is no. Although we have 4 types of taste buds, they are spread evenly throughout the tongue, and any portion of the tongue can feel any of the 4 tastes, regardless of it, even if it is in a smaller or larger portion. 2. Shaving. It is said that shaving makes hair grow thicker and longer, but this is not true. The truth is that if you shave your hair on any part of your body, your hair will grow back exactly the same. Only it will be a little stiffer because it is fresh and short, but this will pass quite quickly and will return to its original shape. 3. Van Gogh's ear. From many stories we know that Van Gogh cut his ear, but the story is different. The well-known story is that the Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh would have cut off his ear following a nervous breakdown. No one denies that Van Gogh had problems with the psyche, but recent evidence seems to prove that the minus ear is due to Gauguin, another famous painter, a friend of Van Gogh, and the story is as follows. The two friends had a serious dispute when Gauguin announced that he wanted to go to Paris, leaving Van Gogh, at which point he went crazy, started screaming, and became violent. At that moment, Gauguin drew sword and cut off his friend's ear. Van Gogh, not wanting to hurt his friend or telling the truth to the authorities, never told anyone what happened to protect Gauguin. 4. Alcohol damages brain cells. From scientific articles, we learn that alcohol does not kill nerve cells, but it can stop the generation of new neurons when consumed excessively. So it is not recommended to drink as much alcohol as we want. Although it does not kill nerve cells, excessive alcohol consumption affects the ability of nerve cells to function efficiently, and excessive alcohol consumption can lead to other problems such as cirrhosis, alcoholic coma, and more. 5. We use only 10% of the brain. This statement is totally wrong. Each portion of the brain is very important and very necessary. Otherwise, if we use only 10% of the brain, we can say that we could do without the rest, because the other part of the brain is inefficient. The brain is not used at the same time, just as the muscles of the body are not tense at the same time. But this does not mean that we use only 10% of the brain. 6. The Great Chinese Wall. With a length of almost 9,000 kilometers, it is famous for the fact that it can be seen right from space. This being heard quite a lot through books, movies, which makes us believe this, although we do not know what the truth is. The only people who can tell us the truth are the astronauts, who know better than anyone, because they had the opportunity to observe everything from space. And the answer is no. The Great Wall of China cannot be seen from space. It follows the natural contours of the relief, so it cannot be distinguished with the naked eye, especially due to the earthy color of the wall, making it even harder to see from space. Rather, from space, you can see pyramids, bridges over water, etc. 7. The lie detector lies. This lie detector reads various physiological indicators, such as blood pressure, breathing. There is no correlation between these traits and the act of lying. The measured indicators do not show whether you are lying or not. In fact, they do not show anything. Over time, there have been numerous criminals who have passed the polygraph test. Police do not use this test to detect the truth, but to make criminals admit their true facts. This is credible because it is highly promoted. The truth being that no one and nothing can detect the truth at the moment. 8. Albert Einstein and mathematics. Einstein is said to have been a repeater in mathematics. This is one of the most widespread and credible lies. Einstein was one of the greatest scientists in the world, so it is clear that he did not remain repetitive in mathematics. From an early age, he was much more intellectually advanced than his peers, becoming even more advanced than his teachers. From an early age, he decided to learn advanced mathematics on his own, so he later formulated a new proof for Pythagoras' theorem. 9. Fingerprint. It is said that the fingerprint is unique from person to person. But this is not exactly true, because we have no way of knowing that out of 7 billion people in the world, there is no person with the same fingerprint as ours. For example, an American lawyer was accused of terrorist attacks in Madrid after his fingerprint was found at the crime scene. Only later was it discovered that it was not the lawyer's fingerprint, the fingerprint between him and the criminals being silly. 10. Diamonds and how precious they are. Diamonds are essentially worthless, having no purpose, the only qualities being their rarity and finesse. The answer to the fact that diamonds are so precious is because they are very rare, but this is wrong. Diamonds are very numerous, so those who owned diamond mines, when they realized they were not so important, created a monopoly to control the production and distribution of diamonds. To give the impression of a rarity of diamonds, they have created a market that artificially restricts the circulation of diamonds, and advertising campaigns have been created to induce the fact that diamonds are extremely valuable and rare. The idea of asking your loved one to marry a diamond ring is very recent. This is coming from very big campaigns that could make the diamond more precious in the eyes of the buyer.